Weekly spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Alyssa Montalvo, Maria de Domenico, goes missing on September 21 to 25, and Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, may be to blame. In other early weekly spoilers, Amelia Heinel's character Victoria Newman searches for ammunition to use against her younger brother. On the CBS soap opera, Amanda Sinclair, played by Michelle Morgan, is determined to succeed. According to next week's I&R teasers, Alina Dawson, Brittany Sarpy, is devastated when she hears Devin Hamilton, Bryton James, declare that his deceased wife was a major passion of his. She now worries that their relationship may end if he spots her doppelganger around town. Devin, though, is adamant it won't. However, he pays tribute to Valerie Curtis in a way that makes Alina on Young and the Restless frightened the following week. She wants this woman to leave and keep Devin to herself. According to teasers for Young and the Restless, Victoria is anxious to destroy Adam Newman's, Mark Grossman, life. She confronts Chance Chancellor Donnie Bowes because she and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, believe there is dirt from his time in Vegas. Victoria then questions him extensively about their time together. Alyssa Montalvo's questions on the CBS subserp are quite similar to these ones. When Victoria approaches Chance in such manner, it will irritate him. That won't stop her, though. Billy helps Amanda at Moulin R next week, temporarily diverting his attention from Adam. She is interested in learning more about Hillary's family. However, Alina pressures Devin to stop helping her. Billy then offers to assist. This could, of course, intensify his feelings for the female lawyer. She turns to him and moves away from her attractive doctor, so keep an eye out for any sparks between them in Young and the Restless spoilers. According to Big Young and the Restless spoilers, Alyssa Montalvo disappears the following week. Adam has an issue with Alyssa. Then, all of a sudden, Alyssa is gone. Naturally, Billy believes Adam is responsible for the disappearance of Alyssa Montalvo. And it's possible that Alyssa was grabbed by a Newman. However, once she disappears, who stole Alyssa Montalvo? And is she still alive on Y&R? Did Alyssa provoke Victor Newman by asking too many questions about Adam in Genoa City? After Adam seeks guidance from his father, Victor Newman takes drastic steps to keep him safe, according to upcoming weekly spoilers. Victor might be the one to handle Alyssa's issue. Naturally, Alyssa Montalvo won't be killed by Victor Newman. Victor might, however, abduct her and abandon Alyssa on a far-off island. Watch to find out if Victor Newman is connected to Alyssa's disappearance on Moulin R. It's safe to assume that Victor reacted violently after she received several warnings. Scandals are nothing new in Genoa City, but this week's episode of The Young and the Restless takes the drama to startling new heights when Alyssa Montalvo vanishes for no apparent reason, and all indications lead to Victor Newman's most recent brutal power struggle. Long-forgotten transgressions return to haunt the powerful Newman family as secrets are revealed and tensions rise. Was Victor overstepping his bounds this time, or is there another person responsible for Alyssa's startling disappearance? Let's get started with this week's shocking secrets, which will undoubtedly leave viewers speechless and wondering how much the legendary Victor Newman will do to preserve his reputation. When Alyssa Montalvo made a surprise comeback in Genoa City last month, fans were taken aback. Since her stunning expose nearly devastated the Newman family years ago, the aspirational journalist and Adam Newman's boyhood pal had been laying low. However, it was evident that she had not come back for a nice visit when she reappeared. Alyssa asserted that she had discovered fresh details concerning Victor's financial empire, details so sinister they would shake the Newman dynasty to its foundation. In a tense incident last week, she said to Adam, "I've been digging, and your father might be brought to his knees by what I discovered." Adam cautioned her to use caution since he was torn between his allegiance to Victor and his own turbulent history with Alyssa. He warned her, "You're playing with fire." However, it was already too late because Alyssa had caught the eye of a very dangerous and powerful person. Alyssa's abrupt disappearance this week is a full-fledged explosion of that risk. It begins simply enough. When Adam visits Alyssa's hotel room to confront her with the devastating information she says she discovered, he discovers her phone left on the bed, her stuff strewn all over the floor, and the door slightly open. He initially believes she has just walked off following yet another furious quarrel. However, panic breaks out as he spots evidence of a battle, such as shattered glass, overturned furniture, and bloodstains on the carpet. Word quickly travels around Genoa City that Alyssa Montalvo has disappeared. When Chance Chancellor asks for assistance, Rosales, who is currently employed as a private investigator, becomes involved once more. The two men start assembling the last known movements of Alyssa, and their findings directly point to Newman Enterprises. With a frown on his face, informs Sharon, she was last seen leaving a meeting with Victor, and she didn't appear content. Victor is immediately suspected as soon as the media reports on Alyssa's absence. The man has experience clearing up ugly situations that jeopardize his family's reputation after all. However, it feels different this time. Nikki's voice quivers with anxiety when she addresses her spouse in private. "Please tell me that you had nothing to do with this woman's disappearance, Victor," she says. With his usual composure, Victor pours himself a drink and gives her the Newman gaze. "Nikki, I defend this family," he adds calmly, "at any cost." It's not a denial precisely, and Nikki is aware of it. She has witnessed that gaze before, and it never ends well. Victor claims that Alyssa fabricated evidence to get revenge on Adam and that she was attempting to blackmail him with fake information on Newman's overseas transactions. But Victor's account starts to show weaknesses as the investigation progresses. The lobby cameras in the Newman Tower mysteriously stop recording security footage. Near the Newman Ranch, Alyssa's rental automobile is discovered abandoned. Additionally, Adam discovers something unsettling when he confronts his father: a tiny, deep, and recent cut on Victor's hand. Adam's attempt to piece together what happened to Alyssa causes his guilt to spiral out of control. Alyssa had once been one of his best friends, despite their difficult history together. They had a close relationship as children, but it was destroyed when it was revealed that he had contributed to her father's passing. He now worries that history might be happening again. "What did you do, Dad?" During a heated argument in Victor's office, Adam makes demands. Victor glares back, unfazed. "Boy, you have no right to teach me about morality. When you ought to have put the past behind you, you brought this woman back into our life." Adam is shaken after the conversation. He starts to doubt everything, including his father's intentions, his own role, and even the possibility that he is somehow responsible for pushing Alyssa too far. Chelsea advises Adam to completely avoid the situation after learning about Alyssa's disappearance. "You are aware of your father," she cautions him. "He'll make sure no one ever finds out if Victor did something to her, and if you stand in his way, he'll take you down with him." Adam, though, can't let it go. He swears to find Alyssa, living or dead, even if it means confronting his own father, haunted by suspicion and remorse. Meanwhile, as Victor becomes more reclusive, Nikki starts to feel concerned. She observes his security crew having whispered chats, making late-night phone calls, and destroying documents in the study. Her patience finally gives out as she approaches him once more. She sobs as she tells him, "This family has survived betrayals, lies, debts, and affairs. But I won't support you this time if you're concealing something about that girl." For a brief moment, but not long, Victor's face softens. "Nikki," he murmurs, "sometimes defending the family involves hurting other people. The specifics are not necessary for you to know." She is completely chilled by that statement. Nick suspects his father's hands aren't clean as soon as Nikki confides in him. Determined to preserve the family name without allowing Victor's empire to engulf them, they set out on their own quest for the truth. Startling new information emerges as Ree's inquiry progresses. Although authorities won't identify them, fingerprints discovered in Alyssa's hotel room belong to a member of the Newman family. Genoa City was rapidly engulfed in rumors. Did Adam do it? Victor's guard? Someone who was employed to hide Alyssa? Ever the gossip queen, Phyllis stokes the flames by claiming to have overheard a mysterious exchange between Victor and Michael Baldwin at Society. He said something along the lines of "it's handled," Phyllis informs Nick. "And that's never good news, you know your dad." Victoria begins to question her father's intentions at the same time. In the Newman boardroom, she confronts him and charges him with prioritizing the company's brand over morality. She tells him, "You taught me to be ruthless, but not cold-hearted." She shudders at Victor's cold reply. "You have no idea what heartless really looks like." A shocking discovery alters everything, just as it looks like Victor might be guilty. Prior to Alyssa's abduction, Chance finds a number of encrypted emails sent from her laptop to an unidentified person using the handle Blackbird. According to the information, Alyssa was collaborating with someone within Newman Enterprises to reveal the illicit activities of the business. The twist? The email's metadata points to Victoria rather than Victor. Was it possible that Victor's daughter planned Alyssa's demise in order to keep her own secrets? Or is she being framed by someone to deflect attention from the true offender? A witness reports seeing a black automobile rushing away from the Newman ranch the night Alyssa vanished, providing a fresh hint before anybody can find the answers. According to security records, one of Victor's reliable bodyguards, who hasn't been seen since, has the identical vehicle. Victor finally speaks as the pressure builds. He calls the whole Newman family to the ranch for a private meeting in a dramatic scenario. His voice is firm but low as he confesses, "I did what I had to do. Everything we had created was in danger because of Alyssa. She didn't know who she was interacting with." Nikki lets out a gasp. Adam's fists clench. Victoria and Nick exchange terrified glances. Victor isn't done, though. He looks at his family and says, "I didn't hurt her, but I ensured that she couldn't harm us." Victor claims that his security team confronted Alyssa and told him to back off. She fled the town in terror after she refused, leaving her possessions behind to give the impression that there had been foul play. The plot is clean, almost too neat. Nobody knows where Alyssa is or if she will ever come forward to share her story, despite Victor's insistence that she is still alive. The Newman family is split up once more at the end of the week. Heartbroken with Victor's moral decline, Nikki leaves the ranch. Victoria worries that her father's cover-up could ruin everything she has fought for in the company, while Adam promises to find Alyssa and atone for his own transgressions. A final eerie shot shows Victor standing by himself in his office, gazing at a childhood photo of Alyssa and Adam. "Some ghosts never stay buried," he murmurs as he pours himself another glass. The camera then moves to his phone, where an unread message from an unidentified number can be seen. Expect Genoa City to be rocked by the aftermath of Alyssa's abduction next week on The Young and the Restless. Adam forms a risky alliance, Nikki and Victor's marriage is put to the ultimate test, and a startling discovery in a nearby cabin has the potential to completely unravel the case. Does Alyssa actually exist, or is someone destroying the Newmans from within by using her name?